Hey guys, this is Lexi Romano and I am so excited for the fantastic show that we have for you today. On the first ever episode of AZ Homesite web series, Know Your Lender, we're going to be talking to local subject matter expert Ryan Gilliam from Waterstone Mortgage. He's going to be clearing up some of the mystery that surrounds buying a home. In fact, he's here to tell you about how you can apply for a grant that will cover your down payment. That's right, guys, there are actually grants right here in the state of Arizona that will cover your home down payment. And it's so easy, he says, you'll be able to apply for one right after watching this episode. So if you're looking to buy a home in the Valley, grab a pen and paper and come on back, because we're talking to Ryan right after this. Ryan, how are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Really good. Thank you for being with us today.
You're welcome.
Awesome. So I've heard a lot about pre-approval. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. Before you go out and looking at homes with a real estate agent, you're going to know how much you're qualified for. So during the pre-approval stage, we'll determine the max purchase price that you can make an offer on. And also during that stage, what we'll do is we'll determine your budget and find out the price range that you're going to want to stick with to make sure you're not going over that budget. But most importantly, the reason why you want a pre-approval is that the real estate market's hot right now. Homes are going very quickly. So when you go out and look at homes and you find that dream house that you really want, you're going to want to have a pre-approval letter in hand because you're going to want to make an offer on it pretty quickly before someone else does. So if you don't have that pre-approval in hand and you find that house, it could be delayed and someone else could get the home.
That's awesome. Wow, thank you for that information. So let's say I'm looking to buy a home and I don't want to put down 20%. Is that possible?
It is. There's a common misconception that you need 10 or 20% down to get into a house, but that's just not true anymore. There's programs out there that you could get into a house with as little as 3% down. And on top of that, there's local grant programs that could get you up to 7% of your down payment gifted to you. So you could combine the low down payment with the grant programs and get your down payment and closing costs covered so you can get into a home with no money down.
Wow, I had no idea. That is so cool. So I know you mentioned earlier a little bit about VA and then also down payment assistance programs. What are those?
Yeah, so the VA loan, if you're a qualified veteran, you could get into a home with a 0% down payment loan and there's no monthly mortgage insurance. It's really the best loan program out there. But there still are closing costs associated with a mortgage, and sometimes a veteran will be responsible for paying those. But if you don't want to come out of pocket at all for the home and you're a veteran, you could combine the VA loan with the grant programs, and that grant could pay closing costs, and if you have some left over, the extra could actually go down towards the down payment. And also the grant programs, they allow you to have 1% extra for qualified veterans for a grant.
Wow, that's really great to hear. I love hearing stuff like that. So last question for you. Myself included in this next one, a lot of us are in the dark when it comes to the whole home buying process. Can you shed a little light on that for me?
Yeah, absolutely. I know it's a scary thing, but the first step in the process is what we kind of discussed, and that's a pre-approval. And to get pre-qualified, a lot of people think you have to get dressed up and go to the bank to get approved, but it's really easy. You could actually do it all over the phone. It only takes about 10 minutes. You just call, your loan officer like myself. We collect your information, we do a quick credit check, and determine how much you could qualify for and get you that pre-approval letter that we discussed. So once you have that, you go out with your real estate agent, and that's kind of the fun part. You start looking at homes. So when you find that dream home that you want to make an offer on, you have that pre-approval letter. When it gets accepted, that's when the process really starts to get your mortgage closed. And it's about a 30-day process. And during those 30 days, you get a home inspection to really determine if there's any repairs that need to be done on the home before you close. You'll get an appraisal as well to determine the value of the property, just to make sure you're buying it for what it's worth. And then we also collect all of your income and asset documents. We just want to make sure that you qualify for the program and you meet all the program's guidelines. So once all that is collected and reviewed, you're approved and cleared to close by a mortgage underwriter, And at that point, you go to the title company, you sign your final documents, and in the afternoon, you can actually get your keys and schedule the moving trucks.
That's awesome information. Thank you so much. I know I feel confident now.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Ryan.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. As with any topic you see here on this program, you can reach us at 623-688-3717 for more information, or for a free home buying consultation, visit www.azhomesite.com for free Arizona MLS access, and stay tuned for the next episode of AZ Homesite Know Your Lender. Thanks, guys.